Over the holidays, I got an email saying that I had reached 100 subscribers. And when I saw it, I made a poll going, hey, I have a couple video ideas I want to celebrate, so I'll let you guys decide which one it is. I was surprised at how, not only the results of the poll, but how many people voted for it. And I guess I shouldn't be too surprised that over 50 votes, because that's like about half of my current subscriber count. So, I don't know. I guess it's just that I keep forgetting that I have a presence online now. I, do still intend to follow that poll. Every video on it I will make eventually. You guys just decided the order I made them. Hence the rather unhinged thumbnail for this video. But when a buddy of mine came over the other day, we exchanged some late Christmas presents because she was out of town over Christmas, and what you're looking at was her half of it. And it made me realize that if I ever decide to take my YouTube channel seriously, there's a video I need to make for the sake of accountability, and that's going to be this video. I don't really think I have the drive to make it big on YouTube or any kind of platform, simply because I don't prioritize the kinds of things that, or the kinds of habits and work ethics that are required to really become a star in the entertainment industry. And I'm okay with that, but at the same time, I feel like I need to write a publicly accessible letter to myself, if that ever does happen. Because in the 30 years I've been alive, I've noticed how fame and power can corrupt people. So I need to remind everyone, and especially myself, where I'm coming from. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now, is what I think is the origin for this. Just a little guy. Like, I'm not someone who I feel is particularly talented in any way. I just know what I need to do to create something I'm satisfied with. And if it becomes something I'm proud of, all the better. On top of that, I need to make sure that I always remember that I wasn't born in any kind of high status. Like, yeah, I spent the first half of my life being a suburban kid, but even then it was kind of like discount suburbia apartment complexes. Very nomadic lifestyle, moving around a lot, all that. And when push came to shove, I realized that I was fairly comfortable being rather low class. I felt more okay growing comfortable within a low status position than striving for greatness. And I guess that's kind of infected a lot of aspects of my life, but it's something where I've always prioritized health and happiness over success. I mean, it's something where I just feel like the kinds of things that come from success, the kinds of benefits people try to become successful for, don't have any appeal to me. And I want to ask everyone who watches this video a favor. If that ever changes, if I ever do start chasing fame or become corrupted by fame and power, I want you to send this video to me. And that's what I mean when I say a publicly accessible letter to my future self, is that I feel like I'm the kind of person who, by accident, could end up coming into a, not famous per se, but like D tier internet celeb shit, where I'm probably going to peak at like 5-figure subscriber count or something like that, but because I'm so bad with numbers and things always look a lot bigger to me than I think they are, I might get in my head a little bit about it. And if it gets to the point where I do have a dedicated fan base, then I want to make sure that fan base holds me accountable. I want them to help me always remember that I'm not a big shot. I'm just a dude. I mean, look at on screen. I'm just a little guy. This is me. You're looking at me. It was me drawn by someone else in a very festive setting because it was drawn like on or around Christmas, but that's me. That's me right there. And I don't know, man. It's something where maybe one day it will get to the point where I really have something to say for myself, where I, through your help and the help of people I interact with on other platforms, I end up in a position where I have to accept the fact that people actually kind of like having me around and that they do want me to be there. And I'm not saying that in like the more typical, oh, I'm so annoying, da 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 sense that a lot of people who say things like that have, so much as I'm saying that as someone who often forgets the impact I make on the people around me. And if there's anyone who's watching this and I haven't talked to in a while and you've wanted to hear from me, I just want to say that, like, I'm sorry. I just forgot to check in. And this video is, you can use this video as permission to bug me. It might take me a while to respond. One of my big goals for this year is to improve my social life, which means spending less time online. But I will respond eventually. Obviously, I'm not going to include ways to get a hold of me in like the video description or anything, because I am still a rather private person. But if you already know me and you already know how to get in contact with me, it's okay to check in. Chances are I just forgot and don't realize how long it's been. And that's not like a, oh, I forgot you exist type thing. That's coming from someone who will entirely by accident become a hermit if left to my own devices. And I think that probably the biggest blessing I have in life is that there are people in my life who will pull me out of that, who will go out of their way to remind me that the outside world exists. And I kind of need that. Anyway, quick channel update while you're here. As I said before, that poll that I posted, I'm going to do all 4 videos, regardless. I debated on not saying that I'm going to do them, but I decided I'll just say it. I don't really have a schedule for them other than that the Petscop video, which is winning by a fucking landslide, is gonna come out either late this month or early to mid next month. And I'm currently debating if I want to make the Undertale video a single long play or split it up based on region. If you have any like opinions on which one you'd prefer, please tell me. It doesn't impact me personally either way. I just need to do a bit of testing with my Steam Deck since they just added like a game record function and I need to see how exactly that works. But because I haven't tested it yet. And if it works well, then I owe a couple people Tomb Raider. And Undertale, the Undertale one is a video I've wanted to make for years, but I've been a little scared to make it, if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because the way I'm going to do that Let's Play might ruffle some feathers. And I'm not gonna explain what that means. That I'm gonna keep under my hat, just that fandoms I tend to be very cautious around fandoms, especially ones that have as, for lack of a better word, bold opinions as Undertale's. But there is an aspect of Undertale that I think isn't discussed very well, and I think a Let's Play is the best way to explore that aspect. And when the Let's Play is finished, I might make a bigger video explaining what I mean by that. As for the other two videos, the Pokemon Smasher Pass is something I've owed a friend of mine for like a year. I am so sorry. I never got around to making that. I swear I will make it. It's probably going to be all one fucking thing, minimum editing. But I said I'd make it like a year ago, maybe a little more. And I do intend to get around to it. And the Smash Bros. Fanfic, so something I didn't mention in my poll, and I think it's safe to say this now because I don't think it will affect poll results, is that it's not going to be any Smash fanfic. It's going to be one I actually wrote myself. So that one's going to be embarrassing. But I think embarrassing yourself in public is very entertaining for everyone involved. And I maybe cringe, but I am free.